early 1930s, the land that was once filled with the sound of words and songs of nomads was now a land of death. Uh, in 1931 to 1933, more than 1.5 million of Kazakhs, equaling to 40% of the population, has passed away due to one of the most brutal famines that was in the 20th century. This famine was not caused of some natural disaster, it was caused by humans in a human-made system.
Why is this topic relevant today? Because history is not just the past, it's a lesson for the future. The Kazakh famine remains as what happens when power ignores humanity. In 1928, Stalin's government began colonization, taking people's lands and the livestock to create state farms. For Kazakhs who lived as nomads and herders, this destroyed their way of life. Millions lost their homes, their animals, and their lives. We remember this tragedy to make sure such cruelty never happens again.
The tragedy deepened with the arrival of Galryshokin, the first secretary of Kazakh Communist Party. He announced the campaign which called the Small October. The main goal was modernize Kazakhstan by forcing nomads to settle, join collective farms, and give up their herds. The result was catastrophic. The livestock, the main source of food and wealth, was taken away by the state. Between 1929 and 1932, the number of cattle dropped from 7 million to less than 1 million. Grain and meat were exported to other Soviet regions, while Kazakhs starved. Families had nothing left. People ate grass, tree bark, and even leather.
The famine swept through every region, from Akmula to Semey, from Kostanay to Turkestan. By 1833, more than 1.5 million people had died. Thousands of villages had erased from the map. Around 600,000 refugees fled to China, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Russia. Many never returned. The famine not only killed people, it destroyed the Kazakh nomadic civilization. The connection between the Kazakhs and their traditional way of life was broken. The loss of livestock meant the loss of culture, independence, and identity. Survivors were forced to work in collective farms under strict control or sent to labor camps like Karlak, one of the largest in the USSR.
Historians continue to study and debate this tragedy. According to Sarah Cameron, the author of Hungry Steppe, the famine was a deliberate social experiment that turned deadly. Martha Bill Alcott described it as a genocide-like event aimed at transforming the Kazakhs into obedient Soviet citizens. Eyewitnesses tell heartbreaking stories. Children left without parents, families wandering for food, entire auls disappearing overnight. Those who tried to hide their gain were labeled as enemies of the people and executed. The state denied the famine ever existed. Silence became another form of violence.
Today, independent Kazakhstan recognizes the famine of 1931-1933 as a national tragedy. Memorials in Astana, Almaty, and other cities honors the memory of the victims. Each year, on the last Saturday of the May, country commemorates the Day of Remembrance for the victims of political repressions and famine.
The famine from 1931 to 1933 was a warning because the human lives are sacrificed for ideology and humanity itself dies. It was not a simple famine, um, it was a crime against humanity caused by cruelty and power. To remember means to resist forgetting, in memory of the victims of the Kazakh famine from 1931 to 1933.